Okay, so now that we've already read the problem once, you know the drill. I'm going to read it one more time just to stamp important information. This time, please pay close attention to what the problem is asking us to find. So using the ratio provided, create a table that shows money received is proportional to the number of candy bars sold. Plot the points in your table on the grid. All right, so remember when we hear the word proportional, we know that means that it depends or it changes given a certain variable. So the money is the one that's changing depending on the number of candy bars sold. And we already see that it's labeled in our table, so far so good. So we've done our mental movie, right? The read part of our read, draw, write. So we're going to start thinking about how we can start solving the problem. Well, this time we've been given a table and a graph to use as our visual models for read, draw, write. Therefore, we're going to use both. So what are the two things we are comparing in this problem? Well, we've already labeled that we're talking about candy bars sold, which is the X, and the money received is the Y. Well, what is the problem asking us to find? Well, I know it wants us to use the ratio in the table to fill out the rest of the table and therefore make it proportional. Once we're done with that, we then have to plot the points from our table into the grid to graph the proportional relationship. Okay, so we have two parts, table, graph. Okay, so what does it mean to be proportional again? Well, last lesson, I remember that it means that the money we receive depends on the number of candy bars sold. So we just said that earlier when we were annotating our information. So it means that when we sell more candy bars, what should happen to our money? Well, that means it should go up. Okay, so we're going to keep this in mind as we begin to fill out the table. So I know that if I sell 2 candy bars, then I receive $3. Well, how much money would I earn if I only sold 3 candy bars? Or not only, but if I sold another candy bar to make 3 total. How could I figure this out? Well, if I'm adding one more candy bar to the sale, how much would that additional candy bar cost? I don't see it in the table. I don't see the amount for 1 candy bar, right? I don't know what that is. So how am I going to be able to find it? Well, if 2 candy bars are $3, I'm just going to draw a picture real quick. If 2 candy bars represent $3, how can I figure out how much just one of them is? Okay, well, let's go ahead and divide that amount. So if both of them have a total of $3, we can go ahead and divide 3 by 2. So let's put our label, dollars and number of candy, right? So we can write our ratio that they gave us, 3/2, and that helps us determine that $3 is being divided by 2 total candy bars. So putting my seat above the house, so 2 goes into 3 one time. I have a remainder, so I need to make my number extend into a decimal. 2 goes into 10 5 times, and I get 1.5. But what does that 1.5 mean? If I sell 3 candy bars, then I get 1.5? That doesn't make any sense. Since it's money, I know that it means it costs $1.50. So I can actually erase this question mark and put $1.50. Okay, well, what was that vocab word again for the amount per one of something? Yep, you guessed it. It's our unit rate, or in this case, since we're dealing with money, our unit price. Okay, we now know how much 1 candy bar is. So we can leave that in our table and that's fine. How much would it cost for 3 candy bars though? Okay, well, if I add another $1.50 to my $3, I'm running out of space here. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. So $3 plus another $1.50, remembering to line up those decimal points, I get $4.50. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my table as well. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and finish your table and then we will compare.